was just tightness. So it wasn't a strain or anything like that. It was just tightness, and I've got to wait for them symptoms to die down. They pretty much have done now, but obviously then what you expose someone to could either, return them to the same symptoms, or he could be fine. And I've just got to weigh up the risk of when I put him back in. Ethan will be available for the 3 games this week. It's up to me to decide which games I want to include him in. Because again, it's another 3-game week in the Championship, which is very physically demanding. And so yeah, I just need to make sure that I make the right decision. And I've got plenty of options. Leon Balogun come in as a centre half that can play right back. He was man of the match in Old Firm, and he played there twice in Europe for us. Ozzy came on last week and got an assist and did very well in the game, and he's played well this season whenever he's played, Ozzy. And then we know that Albert, if we went to wing backs, could easily play there as well. So we're very fortunate. And over this week, I'll tend to use the squad again. I've just got to make sure that I get the decision making right with the staff.
Yeah, you mentioned it's another away day. I think it's 3 of the last 4 have been away from home. What's kind of been the secret to, making your away form's been really strong? What do you think's the secret behind that?
Trying to win the away games, go in there to actually know that the 3 points, and I think also teams trying to beat us has left us a little bit more space at times. So I think our sort of positivity about going to the away stadiums and meeting teams head on, and not trying to be cagey or not trying to close up, but trying to play head on for the 3 points, has been a wise decision, and will hopefully continue to be a wise decision over, we've got 23 away games or whatever it is. So over the whole season, being positive and on the front foot away from home, I'm hoping that leads to us gaining points. It has done so far. It won't always go in our favour. I'm aware no team's ever won 20 away games in a 23 away game season, but we certainly feel being positive and on the front foot away from home is a good tactic for us to have.
Okay, obviously you weren't here last season, but the game at Kenilworth Road, it had quite a bit of a fiery ending. I think there was a few words exchanged in the tunnel on that. Have you heard anything from the players about that game, and have you sensed any kind of extra excitement from them sort of going into Kenilworth Road?
No, I've not, to be honest. I've not heard anything on last year's game. I haven't watched last year's game back. Obviously, we've got a number of players that were here, but we've got a number of players that weren't here that are new in the building as well. I think we're not too far away from each other, and both teams are in good form. It's an early kickoff. Both, Luton in a good place. They can jump up the table. If we win or get a positive result, we can go top for it, a couple of hours or whatever it is. So the motivation's there for both regardless. And I think the way Luton play at home, their home form is very important to them, like most clubs in the Championship. So I'm expecting them to be after us on Saturday morning. And what I'll promise them is that we're after them as well. We're nowhere near where I think we can get to. I think this group's got a lot more to come. We've only been together for 14 games, and in that time, not everybody's been available. So I want this team to be peaking at the right time this season. I want us to keep growing. We're evolving. We're starting to use more formations. We're starting to become more unpredictable. We're starting to get more control of the games. So all of that bodes well. But the Championship's a tough league, and some teams they don't mind how they create chances. Some teams will just kick it towards your box and look for knockdowns and second balls, and other teams will try and play you. The league has real variety, and it's important that we keep finding the answers to the challenges that each team possesses.